The news day continues here on One News Now. I'm Maricel Halili. President Bongbong Marcos has approved the issuance of value-added tax refunds for foreign tourists by 2024. The program seeks to boost foreign tourism arrivals in the country. It was among the recommendations made by the tourism sector group of the Private Sector Advisory Council. President Marcos will be issuing an executive order to implement the program soon. Aside from the tax refund program, Marcos Jr. also approved the rollout of e-visas by 2023 and the removal of the One Health Pass. A fire hit Barangay Rojas District in Quezon City on Saturday, displacing some 100 families. The details in this report.
Fire razed some 30 houses in Quezon City, affecting around 100 families. Maria Nica and her family were among the victims. Sadly, they couldn't salvage anything from their home in Barangay Rojas District.
Pagdating po namin, may tunog na po. Hindi po nga namin alam kasi doon po kami sa kabila, naglinis po kami ng lilipatan namin. Pagdating po namin, may sunog na. Opo, nandiyan po. Wala po, ubos po lahat. Ubos po lahat, wala po kaming gamit kahit ano po.
Some people were also injured, including Mary Rose's father, who managed to save a child.
Nasusunog na yung taas, kaya tapos kinuha na lang ng tatay ko. Muntikan na lang din kasi nasunog siya, ang dami niyang paso. Nahimatay na yung bata, kinuha na lang po nila.
According to initial investigation, the fire started at around 3 in the afternoon on Saturday. Since most of the houses were made of light materials, the fire immediately spread, reaching second alarm. Authorities are looking at faulty electrical wiring as the possible cause of the fire.
Narinig namin yung ano po, yung parang kuryente po, may pumutok. Sabi niya may pumutok na kuryente. Eh hindi naman po namin na binaba namin lahat ng kuryente po. Eh bigla na lang po lumiyab doon sa malapit po sa mga damitan po namin kasi live materials lang po naman yung bahay namin eh.
Ang sinasabi, ang pinagmulan po ng sunog ay sa isang bahay po ng isang residente po natin. Sa may second floor po ng kanilang kabahayan, meron pong pero hindi na po muna natin babanggitin kasi kailangan pa po nating ma-verify kung totoo nga pong yun po yung pangalan at para na rin po maprotektahan po natin yung residente. At ngayon sinasabi po nila ay most probably ay electrical po yung pinanggalingan po ng sunog po natin.
Displaced residents are currently staying at the covered court after fire out was declared at around 4:30 p.m. Authorities have yet to determine the exact amount of damage caused by the fire.
The Commission on Human Rights is ready to assist the Marcos administration if it decides to cooperate with the ICC drug war probe. The CHR urged the government to consider the resumption of the ICC probe as an opportunity to ensure accountability. The investigation was suspended in 2021 after the Duterte government insisted that they are acting on cases of alleged human rights abuses in the drug war. For its part, the Marcos government says there is no need for the probe and that the country should be left alone to resolve drug war issues. We'll be back with more stories after the break. Keep it here on One News. You're still watching One News Now. I'm Maricel Halili. Vendors of local onions complain of lower sales as imported supply arrives in public markets. Faith Del Mundo with a report.
Imported onions have reached public markets. The imported supply are noticeably bigger than locally produced ones. In the Barangka market in Mandaluyong, prices of onions remain high at 300 to 500 pesos per kilo. Despite the additional supply, but vendors say this is still better since they can earn more from cheaper imported onions. Meanwhile, in Pasay Public Market, prices of onions are cheaper. The price for imported white onions is around 240 pesos per kilo, while imported red onions cost 180 pesos per kilo. Prices of local red and white onions range from 220 to 250 pesos per kilo. Despite imported onions being cheaper, some consumers still prefer to buy local produce.
Masaya kami. Siyempre, natural. Ay nagmura. Kaysa na 700 yung nakaraan, 220 na lang ang kilo. Wala kaming sibuyas. Bawang lang, luya.
Oo. Tapos ngayon, ma'am?
Ay, siyempre, kompleto. Oo, Ricardo na.
Retailers say that their sales doubled after the delivery of imported onions. In Divisoria, white onions cost 1,250 pesos per bag or 138 pesos per kilo, while red onions cost 1,000 to 1,100 pesos per bag or 122 pesos per kilo. Alan, a karinderya owner, is happy that he can finally cook sisig again.
Maganda po magamit kayo ng sibuyas eh. Kailangan po, kagaya na may sisig kami, kailangan talaga may sibuyas po.
In the Kadiwa market in Pasig, local onion prices are still at 180 to 200 pesos per kilo. Some of the sellers are dismayed of the slow sale of local onions. They said that from 30 kilos, they are able to sell just 3 kilos nowadays with the arrival of imported supply.
Sumumol po ang ating local. Kasi po, ang imported, siyempre, medyo mababa po siya ng 20 pesos per kilo. Pero ang ating local, medyo mataas po ng konti.
The Agriculture Department earlier expected onion prices to go down this January as imported supply arrives and local harvest kicks in. But onion farmers have raised concerns from the arrival of imported onion could force lower prices and affect the sale of locally produced supply. For News 5, Faith Del Mundo, we are One News.
Let's now take a quick look at today's other top stories. The Civil Aviation Authority of the Philippines is tapping its counterparts from Hong Kong and Japan to help with search and rescue operations in Isabela. But both mission control centers say they have not detected any distress alert from the missing Cessna plane. Parañaque City Representative Edwin Olivares is proposing a sovereign wealth fund for OFWs, which he claims will be a safer alternative for investment. Olivares said that the fund will be used by the national government to finance industrial or agricultural projects. The Bangko Sentral ng Pilipinas has announced that more 1,000 peso polymer bills are now available in ATMs. The central bank says that some 39 million polymer banknotes are now in circulation. And those are the top stories of the hour. Join us later at 12 noon as we continue to monitor the day's biggest stories. You can also catch One News on the Signal Play app. Register for a free account now at www.signalplay.com and stream One News live anytime, anywhere. I'm Maricel Halili. We are One News.